walking through the living room, and about halfway there, you realize that everybody else took their shoes off at the door. Good afternoon. My name is Railyn, and today I will be giving a presentation briefly outlining some cultural awareness training for Kuwait. As a soldier, I spent almost a year in Kuwait. The information and the experiences that I received led me to further research the Kuwaiti culture using a vast amount of historical websites and the cultural encyclopedias. Today, I will discuss the economy, the social customs, and some business practices of the Kuwait and its citizens. First, I would like to give a general overview of the economy. The Kuwaiti government recognizes its need to diversify its economy and is particularly open to U.S. exports. In fact, according to the Central Intelligence Agency website, in 2009, its government passed an economic development plan pledging to spend $140 billion in the next 5 years to diversify its economy. And because Kuwait does not have many manufacturing plants, it relies heavily on imports such as food, clothing, vehicles, and construction material. This information is very exciting to our clothing industry. In fact, Business America stated that the prospects for U.S. consumer goods growth is excellent. This is because Kuwait is a very young population, 48% being under the age of 15 and 70% being under the age of 24. U.S. exporters will find various opportunities here in the near future. Moreover, women's clothing is already a very popular consumer item. Once our company is able to establish the current tax laws, understand the restrictions, learn to work with their labor laws, and obtain appropriate counsel, obstacles should be minimized. Now, let's take a look at some of the Kuwaiti customs. Kuwait is a low-context culture compared to America's high-tech culture. Now, from my experience, Kuwaitis are very friendly and very accommodating. Their nature is open and inviting to U.S. citizens, as they have a genuine appreciation for Americans. Although Kuwaitis are a little bit more westernized than most Arab cultures, many traditions are still followed and considered very sacred. It is important to understand that Kuwaiti citizens are primarily business owners, political figureheads, and fill most of the professional businesses. Because of this social structure, Kuwaiti citizens need to be distinguished from the non-nationals to understand and recognize the social patterns. The World Encyclopedia of Cultures and Daily Life states that family is the #1 priority for Kuwaitis, and it is not uncommon to find several extended family members living in one household. Now, what this means for us as business people is that although we are going to see more women increasingly coming into the workforce, we need to understand that the first priority is always going to be the family. Last, I would like to discuss the practices among Kuwaitis, the business practices among Kuwaitis. Now, this is only to cover a few. Allowing business meetings to be facilitated by the host is probably one of the best tips you will receive in regards to conducting business in Kuwait. Along with ensuring that you are aware of the current labor practices and that you may find yourself in some difficult situations, remember to always follow the U.S. Principles of ethics when conducting business in Kuwait. Another difference is that in America, we primarily talk about politics during a business meeting. What we need to understand is that the government of Kuwait is a little bit more dominant and that political pressure groups are strongly discouraged. So if at all possible, steer away from politics when conducting a business meeting. Lastly, when doing business with Kuwaitis, realize that although most Kuwaitis are taught English as a second language, we must use common language and realize that the majority of Kuwaiti citizens are very educated. It could be very embarrassing to assume ignorance because of a language barrier. I would once again like to reinforce some of the cultural practices you as a business person may experience while in Kuwait. Today, we talked about the economy of Kuwait. We talked about some of their social customs and some of their business practices. As a future leader of our industry abroad, you are encouraged to research and develop skills that are necessary to ensure our company's success. By taking the time to learn what is expected of you as a visitor, you will avoid